Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, you've handed us a really fascinating stack of sources, all centered around a character who, well, quite literally makes a splash. Bai Tza.
Ah, the water demon from Jackie Chan Adventures.
Exactly. You might think you've seen every type of villain, but believe me, this deep dive, it's designed to give you that shortcut to being incredibly well-informed on someone surprisingly unique. Compelling, even.
And we're drawing from some fantastic material for this one. It's mostly detailed excerpts from the Jackie Chan Adventures wiki.
Oh, right. Those fan wikis can be goldmines.
They really can. It's fan-curated, sure, but
Yeah.
the level of detail is incredible. It gives us a really deep look into her specifics, Lets us go way beyond just surface-level stuff.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to really unpack what makes Bai Tza so distinct among her demon siblings. We're exploring her surprising personality, her unique abilities, and that intriguing history.
Yeah, she's not like the others.
Not at all. You might think you know all the major villains from that show, but here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, let's dive in.
So let's begin with her introduction. Bai Tza is one of the 8 demon sorcerers. She is, of course, the water demon, one of Shendu's 7 powerful siblings.
Right.
And just looking at her appearance alone immediately sets her apart. It kind of gives you a hint of her powers straight away, wouldn't you say?
It's quite striking, yeah. Visually, she's blue-skinned, like a mermaid, but with a serpentine tail.
Uh-huh.
Fins, webbed hands, and get this, tentacles for hair. Really brings to mind the ancient Greek Gorgons.
Oh, totally. Medusa vibes.
Exactly. And size-wise, she's larger than humans, definitely. But interestingly, she's actually smaller than most of her demon siblings.
Really? Who's she bigger than?
Only Siwu, the sky demon. She's smaller than the rest.
Huh.
Okay, and the sources mention she was trapped in the netherworld for centuries. Banished by the 8 immortals, the usual story for them.
Right, like all her siblings.
But her portal was unique. Located in the Colosseum in Rome.
In Rome, not somewhere watery.
Nope, Rome. And her portal was horizontal, apparently. Another odd detail. Plus, she holds the distinction of being the very last of the demon sorcerers to be unleashed back in Season 2.
The last one out.
Okay.
So her appearance makes an impression, definitely.
Yeah.
But what truly sets Bai Tza apart, it isn't just her looks or her element, it's her mind.
Mm-hmm.
She isn't your average sort of one-note villain, is she? Her personality.
Yeah.
It's full of these fascinating nuances.
It truly is. One particularly striking aspect is her intense personal loathing for her brother, Shendu.
Oh yeah, you could feel that.
Totally. The sources describe her speaking to him in these icy cold and venomous tones. It always felt way more personal, more bitter than Shendu's arguments with the others.
And he gave it right back to her, didn't he? The taunting, the argument.
He absolutely did. There's a perfect quote, actually, from After the Book of Ages thing, the reality-altering book.
Right, when history got rewritten.
Yeah. She taunts Shendu, saying, "We were even almost beginning to like you, brother," just dripping with disdain.
Huh. That perfectly captures it, doesn't it? And beyond Shendu, she has this definite aggressive dominance, a superiority complex.
Yeah, you see her bossing around Siwu in the netherworld, and she was generally quite outspoken among the siblings, not afraid to voice her opinion.
But it's not just aggression, right?
Yeah.
What really distinguishes her, what makes her so compelling, is her pragmatism, her cunning.
Exactly. That's the key thing. She was far more pragmatic than her siblings. Like, when she was initially freed, she actually fled rather than fighting the Chan clan straight away.
Why?
Because she'd seen her siblings get re-banished, one after the other. She learned from their failures, didn't want to risk it. Duran. She also had the presence of mind to specifically target Uncle's chi spell gourd. His little gourd with the magic potion.
Yeah, his main weapon, pretty much.
Right. She blasted that away, recognizing Uncle as the most dangerous of the Chans, not Jackie.
Okay, that is calculating. She's not just relying on brute force. Can you give us another example where that strategic mind really set her apart?
Absolutely. Okay, remember Atlantis? That was supposedly her ancient empire.
Right, she sank it or rolled it or something.
Well, when she finally got back there, she found it in ruins. Total disappointment.
So what did she do?
She immediately pivoted, cunningly chose San Francisco for her new empire.
San Francisco. Why there?
Specifically because of its geological fault lines, the San Andreas Fault.
Ah, to flood it.
Exactly. That's a villain thinking several steps ahead, not just random destruction.
Okay, impressive. And she was sharp about people too, right? Like with Jade.
Oh, definitely. After the Book of Ages mess up, she quickly figured out that Jade Shan's memory hadn't been altered like everyone else's.
How?
Not explicitly stated how she knew, but she correctly guessed Jade would be the one to lead the alternate messed up Chan clan to the book to fix reality. She anticipated the countermove.
Wow. And she wasn't exactly helpful to Shendu later either, was she?
Not at all. She famously refused to free Shendu when he was trapped in Belmont's body. Her siblings were getting recaptured left and right.
And she just said no.
Pretty much. Quoting here, "My answer to you and my sniveling brother remains no. Pure self-preservation."
So it's clear her self-preservation is a core driver.
Wow.
Does the source reveal if that ever, clashed with her goals? Or did she ever show any loyalty?
That's a great question, because despite all that selfishness, she did show the surprising flicker of familial honor sometimes. When Shendu wasn't upholding his end of the bargain about freeing them all later on, she got genuinely angry, threatened to obliterate him on their siblings' behalf.
Huh. So a twisted loyalty, maybe.
Exactly. It's complex. Her pragmatism and cunning really make her a more strategic, more formidable opponent than your typical cartoon bad guy. She's a lesson in how a villain's intelligence, not just their power, can be their most dangerous weapon. He's not just evil, she's efficient evil.
That makes her far more compelling, yeah. Okay, we've seen her cunning mind, her ruthless pragmatism. But how did these defining traits play out across her history? What did she actually do?
Well, her ancient backstory sets her up as this terror of the ancient world, ruling alongside her siblings. The source mentions her sinking Atlantis to serve as her personal undersea empire.
Before the Immortals stepped in.
Right, before the 8 Immortals banished the whole lot of them. Then jumping forward to season 2, she's the last demon released, and like we said, she coldly refused to free Shendu from Valmont's body. Didn't want to share the fate of her rebanished brothers and sisters.
So pragmatic right from the start.
Then she goes to check on Atlantis, finds it in ruins.
And pivots to San Francisco.
Correct. Sets up her plan to flood the city using the San Andreas Fault, which Uncle thankfully managed to foil.
How did she finally get banished again?
Uncle managed it, though. Interestingly, he inadvertently took Jade with her to the Netherworld for a bit. This happened while Bai Tza was trying to sink some kind of palace.
Oops. So even trapped back in the Netherworld, her cunning and self-interest didn't just, switch off.
Not at all. She immediately started trying to coerce Shendu into finding a way to release them all. But when it became clear only one demon could escape through that final portal...
Let me guess. She made a grab for it.
Oh yeah. She unceremoniously shoves Changzhu aside to get to it herself.
Did she make it?
Nope. In a pretty funny moment, she gets squashed flat into a puddle by Po Kong landing on top of her.
Ah, okay. And she pops up again later, doesn't she? Or her power does.
Yeah, her demon chi, her essence, basically. In Season 5, Drago absorbs it as a prize on some demonic game show.
Seriously? A game show?
Apparently. And then he reabsorbs it again during the final battle. So her history really paints a picture of consistency. You know, her personality traits, her determination, they shine through even if her grand plans ultimately fell short.
It's clear she's a master strategist, a survivor, but let's talk raw power. As the water demon, her abilities must be pretty versatile, right?
Oh, incredibly. She truly is a fluid threat. She has complete control over liquid, hydrokinesis.
So blasting water, making waves.
Exactly. Blasting powerful water orbs, creating gigantic tidal waves and whirlpools. She could even cast spells to flood entire cities, like her San Francisco plan.
Okay, standard water powers.
But what else? What's really remarkable is her fluid form. She can literally become water herself.
Whoa. Okay, dissolve.
Yeah, dissolve into drops, flow through cracks, and then reconstitute herself incredibly quickly after being hit. There's a moment where Vipel hits her with the Dragon Talisman's blast.
The explosive one?
Yeah, and she just reforms. Another time, Jackie actually uses her watery form to put out Shendu's fire breath. She dissolves into steam.
And then just pulls herself back together.
Moments later. Yeah, it's an amazing defensive ability.
That's really creative from the show's writers. So cool.
It is, and she also has some impressive metamorphic abilities, changing her shape.
Like what?
She could reposition her face to the back of her head, for instance, or form weapons directly from her body, like turning her hand into a hammer.
Wait, really? A hammer hand?
Yep. There's this memorable, kind of creepy quote where she grabs Toru's hand and says, "I want to hold your hand."
Uh-oh.
And then, bam! Forms her other hand into a hammer and knocks him away.
Chilling. What about physical stuff?
Well, she can breathe underwater, obviously. swim or slither really fast, apparently faster than a motorcycle on land.
Faster than a motorbike. Wow.
She could also fly in the low-gravity demon world, and she used those prehensile head tentacles for attacks sometimes.
Tentacle hair weapons, got it.
And even Drago, when he had her demon She, he could use it to transform into this massive, destructive wave. Her powers aren't just destructive, they're defensive, deceptive. Makes her super adaptable.
Definitely a tricky opponent. Okay, now for some of those fun aha moments, the fascinating trivia that adds another layer. What's something surprising about her from the sources?
Well, one little detail is her name pronunciation. Even though Bai Tza looks like two words, it's pronounced as one unbroken word, Bai Tza.
Bai Tza. Huh.
Yeah, unlike the other demon sorcerers whose names are usually pronounced more distinctly as separate words or syllables.
That's a detail I never would have picked up on. What else is unique?
She also holds the unique distinction of being the only demon sorcerer, excluding Shendu, of course, who wasn't banished back to the Netherworld in the very same episode she was released.
Oh, right. She stuck around for a bit, tried the San Francisco plan.
Exactly. She had a bit more screen time before getting sent back. And another thing, when she cast that binding spell on Jade, the beam came from her head tentacles.
Not her hand.
Nope, her tentacles. Which is unusual for the demons. Usually it's hands or eyes. And remember that portal?
In the Colosseum?
It was horizontal, like flat on the ground. All the others were vertical doorways.
Wow, okay. Those are some real deep cuts. And that trigram thing you mentioned earlier, that sounds fascinating.
It is. It's maybe the most intriguing detail. You know the trigrams they used in the show? Those symbolic diagrams?
Yeah, tied to their powers in the portals.
Right. Well, Bai Tza is the water demon, but her specific trigram, the symbol, Linya, actually means lake or marsh.
Not water.
No. The trigram for water belongs to her brother, Salon, the moon demon.
Wait, what? That seems like a mix-up.
It seems like it, right? But it's a great example of the kind of subtle but really deep detail the source material, like the wiki, reveals. Shows the incredible thought that went into the show's world building, even if it creates little oddities like that.
That's amazing. Lake or marsh demon doesn't have the same ring to it, though.
Definitely not. But yeah, connecting all this, Bai Tza truly stands out, not just as a powerful demon, but as a strategist, a survivor, driven by this unique blend of self-interest, cunning, and even that weird twisted sense of familial loyalty. Her pragmatism really makes her a study in contrasts within that whole demon hierarchy. It proves that even in a world dripping with magic, pure intellect can be your greatest asset.
That really lands well. And it raises an important question for you, the listener. How much can a character's defining trait, like Bai Tza's unwavering pragmatism, really shape their entire trajectory?
Yeah, how does it dictate their choices?
Exactly. And what unexpected turns can it lead to when they're faced with extreme circumstances? When you look at her journey, from ancient Atlantis to trying to flood San Francisco, what stands out to you about her choices? How are they driven by that core personality?
It's worth thinking about.
For sure. Think about how maybe these traits apply to other characters you like, or even real-world figures you encounter. Keep those sources coming, folks. We'll dive deep into whatever fascinating topic you bring our way next time.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep making those surprising connections.